started. See how we can do. Hope everybody's been doing decent. Sorry about the hiatus. Been dealing with a few mental problems recently. Of course, everybody who's a streamer tends to have that from time to time. But of course, that's nothing new. But we'll have to see how things change and how things stay the same. Lots of wild going on in the world right now. So of course, definitely see how it goes. But of course, definitely shout out hi to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, considering all the world has definitely changed. But of course, here we go. Let's see about getting this all started. Oddly enough, I've been trying to learn French recently. So of course, this is definitely a little bit easier to understand. But that's about how that goes. Try to remember which. I think I was grinding off stream last time. Yeah, I was grinding off stream last time. So, am I heading backwards? I'm heading backwards. Man, I hate getting lost on myself. It's just kind of how that goes. Wait a minute. I keep forgetting. Okay, this is where that shop was. Yep. I always get lost. Typical gamer problem. Always get lost. Especially when you're trying to grind. Especially when you're trying to do things. Of course, all of this was really, really beautiful. When you think about it, for small devs actually doing this sort of stuff, I'm actually kind of glad they actually got out of where they were, just so that they could do something this beautiful. Oh, trip up and trip on the bodies. That's how it goes. Alright. Let's see how we do.
For about 2 hours. Then there's a big lake. We shouldn't go there at all. We should make a right, and then it's going to take a few hours, and then we make a stop.
A few hours, dude.
Food. And then from there, we head north to Monoko Station.
Why there?
To recruit my oldest friend. We'll need the extra firepower, because our next goal will be to take down the paintress Heart.
Her heart?
Yes. You can't just stroll up to the paintress. The chroma there is far too dense. It erases anyone who gets close. But if we destroy her heart, the barrier will fall.
Okay.
Well, of course, you just have to stab her in the heart.
Where
Yep.
is this heart?
You
What
just
does it look like?
plunge and move on. Plunge and move on.
That I don't know, but I do know that it's somewhere in the center of old Lumiere.
You found old Lumiere.
Yes.
So it's true. Before the fracture, our Lumiere was part of a larger city on the continent.
I've traveled.
Oh, so we're off to Petty.
I was with the 58 when we found Old Lumiere. But Renoir erased them before we could get further. And I don't know much more.
All right then. Let's go meet your friend at Minoko Station. And then we'll take the Paintress's heart.
Of course, if game audio seems a little bit low, feel free to shout out and let me know.
How come Minoko lives so far from the other Jestrels?
Minoko's a searcher. They travel the land looking for Jestrels who went missing after the fracture.
The lost Jestrels.
Yeah. That and he, pissed off Golgra.
Okay.
Your oldest friend is a Jestral.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Gustav would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Jestrels?
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades. We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere.
Why not?
Why are you allying yourself with us?
Not a lot of options out here, in case you hadn't noticed.
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
Of course.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Alliances are usually give and take. As are conversations. Trust goes both ways, no?
All right then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
No need. I got it.
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Trust works both ways.
All right. As a gesture of good faith, I'll answer 3 questions.
Choose wisely.
Only 3.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3 follow-ups.
You're really pushing this.
I think it's reasonable.
Right. Go for it.
Intrigued. Nice. Hey, hey. At least it's a start.
How far up the mountain is Minoko Station? Will we see snow?
Not too high, but yeah. There's usually snow.
Fantastic.
Somebody's looking forward to actually freezing their ass off.
Oh, right. There's no snow in Lumiere.
No, only in books and paintings. It's almost as mythical as Jestrels.
I live far enough north to freeze my ass off every year.
And just as fun. And sometimes just as deadly.
Oh. Really? My husband was obsessed with the idea of snow. I can't wait to see some.
That you would.
And why not? I heard this actually turns into a bit of a harem thing. That's just funny.
You seem less stressed than the others.
Is that your conclusion? After your extensive observation of our team?
Yes.
There must be better uses of your time than analysing our stress level.
Well, it's important to understand your teammates.
Yeah, teammates is a rough question at this point.
says the mysterious stranger who has yet to share much about himself.
Then consider this my attempt to be less mysterious.
Oh, is that what this is?
I'll trade you. A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
Well, there are stories, and then there are
Stop.
stories.
Mm-hmm.
You first, then.
Something unusual then? Strange wonders and mysteries?
A bit impersonal, Not really how you get to know each other. I don't think that's worthy of a trade. No. Tell me something dark and melancholy and personal.
Oh, she really wants she wants to trauma bond. Yeah, that's it.
Ooh, going straight for the heavy stuff, huh?
If we're going to share, let's share.
Story for a story, right?
We'll see.
Okay, arguing whether they should also share. Okay. All right, so trauma dumping session is over.
How come
Minoko's a searcher.
the lost gestural?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she doesn't have anything more. So, okay. May as well do the scene.
What are you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail,
Cool, she's gonna do a bomb.
need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
Somebody's praying.
It's something my dad and I used to do. When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to face that.
I like that.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
Yep.
I remember
Still thinking about her brother.
the night we first met. At the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
Yeah. When you
I
have to
was
force
surprised to
yourself to
find
keep
you there.
moving.
I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
Yep. It's got to be murder on the back having to sleep on those rocks.
It wasn't logical. But part of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded. That they'd stopped her.
Yeah. It's what it's always about, is hope.
Then the paintress woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
Yeah.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But
Oh.
you avoided me after. Why?
too much of a good thing?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
Okay, not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
Yeah.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
I could use some wine, though.
Making friends is thirsty work.
Of course. Can't go without the wine, apparently.
That was sad.
Yeah.
You were sad.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Julie.
And not just her, but... Yeah.
Want a hug?
Yeah, squash him.
She reminds me of someone.
Who? Well.
Have I met her before?
Well, you also thought you knew CL.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't I?
Sometimes I feel like you know everyone.
Oh, well, that's because you're all cousins. Same, but different.
Right, so, maybe it's that.
Yes. Just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Yes, that's it. You're so very wise.
You know, that almost makes sense to me.
It's okay if you don't understand, Verso. You're still wise to me.
You're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes, aren't you?
That's why we're best friends.
Mm-hmm. Always a bit of goof, I guess. Try to move on. What's next?
Thanks. It really was a beautiful place.
Glad you liked it. We've buried friends there too. You were right about condolences. We offered them because we don't know what else to say, but there's no comfort there.
No.
All we can do is carry them with us.
I guess. Sorry. It's just wet.
Drowning in our own sadness.
Yep.
Hey, why did you join the expedition? I mean, with the Gamage, I understand the rest of the team's decision, but you're half their age.
Out here seemed better than in there at the time.
Yeah,
It's natural. Wanting to escape a life you don't want.
that's how it
Escape.
goes.
Yeah. That's what I wanted. But Gustav and the others, they really want to change things.
Well, changing your life also counts. Can't always shoulder the world's problems, you know? It'll drain you fast.
Gustav
Yeah, it
would
will.
probably say, if more of us cared, then it would lighten the load for everyone.
It's not
He sounds
always
like a
true.
good guy.
Wait. I kept Gustav's, so you can have mine. You'll need one if you want to be an official member of our merry crew.
I gotta say, I didn't take you for an official kind of person.
Welcome to the disaster expedition.
Thank you.
It's one way to tie it in. And here I have to wonder what kind of play-in it's going to be.
How far to Minoko Station?
With SGA? Oh, should be quick.
Let's see, map. Okay, so it's up there.
Minoko Station is to the north, not far from here.
Yeah, we're almost there. Making sure there's no door. If there was, we couldn't get up there.
Follow the tracks. They'll lead us to Minoko.
A train. Gustav would have liked to see that.
Is it true before the fracture, Lumiere had trains running throughout the continent?
Always running late, but running. Yes.
Grab the save point. See how it goes.
Here we are. Minoko Station.
Is that a Grundis? I knew it! They're real too!
Mm-hmm. See if there's anything hiding in the back. It's always good to explore. Sometimes you'll find items. Yeah, not seeing things. Dang. Okay. Meditative and instructional. Okay. Creepy. Not that big on guards. Oh, of course. Nothing back there. Dang. Yep. There it is. Always good to grab some cash. There we go.
If Minoko's not here,
That means we're boned.
slow as ever, mon vieux.
Your reflexes remain sharp as ever. I approve. Obscur, did Verso pull you into another adventure? New friends.
You speak our language.
He had a lot of time to kill, so I taught him.
Ladies, could I interest you in a duel?
Definitely a gestural.
No point trying to talk until we've calmed Minoko down with a relaxing fight. Be careful though. Minoko's fighting style is a bit peculiar.
Oh, so he's a drunkard. Got it. Oh boy, oh boy.
Luna, careful.
Let us stay there.
Okay. Yeah, go with it.
Quite in.
You're outmatched. Here we go.
On me.
Ring his bell. Of course.
Careful now.
He can turn into a Nevron.
Yeah, of course you can.
Let's carve a path.
Careful, my elf.
Target marked. Incoming.
Now was our chance. Brace yourselves.
Finesse and grace. Take down the shields.
Let's carve a path. Here we go.
Careful, Verso. Let the ink flow.
Okay.
Quite in.
Finesse and grace.
Nice.
Let's carve a path. Here we go.
Brace yourself.
Let's spill some ink.
Whew. There we go. Oof.
No distraction, son. I'm really busy beating up strangers.
Noko, what are you doing here?
Noko, you said Nevron?
Oh boy. Sounds like fun.
A stalact.
Yep, that's what I thought. Something big, frozen, and nasty.
Friends of Verso, as honored guests, the first fight is yours. Defeat the stalact with your fearsome talents.
Right.
Oh, of course.
Is this serious?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Very.
You little coward.
All right. Now for the rough part. Oh boy.
Verso, why aren't you using gradient attacks?
I don't need pointers from the one sitting on his lazy ass.
You didn't teach them, did you, you lazy old fart? Very well. I shall generously impart my wisdom.
Okay. Okay.
This ends now. A storm is coming.
And here we go. Let's go with... Bingo.
Here we go.
Let's dance.
You found worthy friends, Verso.
Jealous?
Let me guess, he's gonna break it down.
Need the foot. Aha!
Just the foot?
He transforms by collecting Nevron feet. Don't ask me how it works. I've never understood.
Now that we've had some good battles to warm the spirits, to what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
We're heading for Old Lumiere.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
Hey, come
bye.
on. Hey. Hey, look. I know we failed before, but look, you doofus. Don't you recognize her?
Of course I do.
Then you know what that means. This is our shot. It might be our only shot.
This is your only shot. Out of the question. I will never join you again.
There will be a lot of fighting, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
There will be a lot of fighting.
Exactly.
Count me in then.
Good.
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 Yes, good.
We sure this guy doesn't work for a PMC?
Oh, you are.
L'homme américain à Lumière. C'est mon auteur, très joli. Voici le meilleur américain du monde.
As a responsible parent, this is a superb idea. Let us go to Old Lumiere.
Grande socomanie, nella structura godo. Should have parled anymore. Nevertheless, there's a strado. Should have done the world. Well, I should get to and notice it.
Okay. No, why not? All right. Confusing.
Sweet taste of battle.
Okay. Missed it.
Violence. Oh, really?
There we go. Okay, so he also has heals. Got it. Got it. Okay. Try to set a baseline at least. There. At least something. Okay, at least they're all there. Okay, crystal fuzz. Okay. Okay, yep. Not in the mood. Maybe come back another time. And of course, several battlers.
Expedition 65, Aurelian.
Okay.
The Grandes have embraced us with such warmth and hope. What a balm for the soul to know that other beings survived. That we in Lumiere are not alone. It truly is a miracle. The Grandes retreated to higher ground after Neverons overran their lands. It is bittersweet, but at least the most important parts of their civilization will survive. Their children.
Well, at least that's good enough. They failed, but... Let's see about heading further on. Why not? The rest of it seems like it could be slightly crazy. Okay, so off that way. Of course he always flops over. Old Lumiere.
Welcome, my friends, to old Lumiere.
Is anyone still here?
Just Neverons.
So this is where our piece of Lumiere used to be. Before the fracture ripped apart the world and threw us into the sea.
We're lucky it did. That's probably the only reason we survived.
The heart of the paintress is in the center. Let's go.
Save. Oop. Let's see. Bit spendy though. Definitely. Well, let's see. Why not?
Bring it on. Target marked.
This one.
Just try it.
I'm just not fast enough. Damn.
Not impressed. Bring it on.
Goodbye. Okay. At least it's unlocked. Might have to come back for that later. But that picto, man. This is just gonna go sideways, I just
We'll
know
need a
it.
way forward.
The heart is in the center of the city. All right? Show off a bit, Minoko.
Just admit you can't do it yourself.
Oh, that's how that goes.
Minoko! Why the hell did you...
Sorry, I fucked up. I just wanted to show off.
We just have to regroup. The others should be fine. Verso said the heart is in the center of old Lumiere, right?
Right. Okay, Minoko. Stop crying. We have to move.
Yes, sorry.
Well, that's how that goes, I guess. We're gonna get things rolling.
Friends, I beg your forgiveness for landing us in this quagmire.
It's okay, Minoko. Let's move on, shall we?
Okay, what the heck do we have over here? Curiosity. All right.
Lightning! Strike!
All right.
Here's your card.
My, what lovely feet. Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
Watch out, Minoko! It's locked on you!
Yeah. Mhm.
Here's your card.
What lovely feet.
Careful now! Lightning! Strike!
Doing in.
Heck of a hit. Okay. That was worth that. Handy. See about getting him equipped. Switch over for that. Let's see. Oh, wait. There, at least something. Let's go with it.
Let the ink flow.
All right. Yeah.
Violence. I'd love a dance.
I'm ready. Let's push forward. Ready to evade.
Well, damn.
Here's your card. Take cover.
Big like soup.
Look out. A storm is coming.
All right.
Sweet taste of battle. Energized.
There we go. Nice. Definitely kicking it.
How exactly did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
One of the great mysteries. I wish we had more time. There's so much to study here.
On with the crazy.
Your turn to shine.
I'll do it. Lightning, strike! I'm ready.
Hmm. Let's see here.
Ready. Eyes up, Minoko. Not today.
Watch out, Minoko.
more like it.
Let us stain them.
It likes you.
Or never. Oh, you alive? Not today.
Yeah, a bit of an insult there. It was too close to the end anyway.
So, Minoko, what was life like before the fracture?
The world was smaller and cozier, livelier. There were many more of us Gestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart. Only a fraction of a fraction survived. Our forests are filled with Gestrels awaiting rebirth.
Is that what I think it is? Creepy dude. More works of art than she'd ever be able to see in her lifetime. So many fables from around the world that she'd never be able to collect to bring to life in her workshop. All the beauty in the world she'd never get to experience. That saddened her. I encouraged them to believe that their dreams are within their grasp, but she proved me a liar. She did love to challenge me. Of all of them, she and I are the most alike. It is important to remember the ones we love, to keep them alive in our minds when they are far away, far, far away. I paint them so that I can remember them, remember their faces. Oh, nice, an agate with runes on it.
Doesn't that look like one of Eskier's stones?
Oh, yeah.
French,
Bring him a gift.
not moon runes.
I was surprised you agreed so readily to Verso's plans.
He seems to be our best bet for now. We lack too much information.
Do you trust him?
Of course. Trust him about as far as I can jump off him.
The paintress, so for now, our interests are aligned.
He has been helpful.
Define helpful.
Still, I have this feeling he's hiding something.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely hiding something
Minoko,
in all that hair.
how did you meet Verso?
I don't really remember. I feel like I've always known Verso.
You mentioned traveling with other expeditions.
Quite a few.
Of course.
How many? What happened to them?
He's led them all to their deaths. This one will be no different.
What happened to them?
Maybe ask Verso when we find him.
Yeah, okay. Finding them comes first. Any idea what this is?
I'm afraid not. This is my first time here as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
58. They were the ones that Verso was traveling with.
I believe so.
Yep, they made it this far and went poof. Time to get the real answers.
Surprisingly far. An axon. Interesting. Verso is... Is this true?
Mael's with him.
We need to go. Now!
Verso would never harm her.
Okay, what did she see?
Can you stand? Minoko gets a bit carried away sometimes.
My back hurts, but I'm fine.
Good. The others are probably heading towards the center of the city. We'll rejoin them there.
Oh, of course, he's going to be after treasure.
Feels like home.
Yeah. Feels like home. You okay?
Minoko fits well in the disaster expedition, eh?
It does. After you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is gonna get great.
Speaking of home, where do you live in Lumiere?
Above a bakery near the center. Angelique's Boulangerie. I ate there every morning. I wonder if it's still there.
It's called Mathilde's now. When this is over, you should go and visit.
Oh, yay! One of these. Okay.
My turn. Here we go.
Bugger.
Let's carve a path. I'll use your flair.
On me! That's better. Finesse and grace.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you.
Finesse and precision.
Nice.
Monsieur, où est notre Julie?
I never said there was treasure.
Of course you never said there was treasure.
You're outmatched.
Parry it! Ready to go.
Not impressed.
Ah, man.
Ungaffed! Blade cut through the flames.
Just try it.
Finesse and grace. That's better.
Never seem to hit it right.
Here we go. Nice.
I love it when I see something in the corner. Oh, crap.
Guard up! Parry it! Parry it!
Not impressed. Good stuff.
On me. Ready to go. Nice.
Whew.
Here we go.
There we go. That was well done.
They're a pretty good team. Verso?
What the?
Verso? Putain. Where did he go?
This is not good.
Verso, where did you go? I need to find Lune and Ciel, quickly.
Kanske stämmer. Jag var den. När det stod där lådan vet du. Så ölen är det röker. Det är bra.
He'll be back. What do you mean he'll be back? Over that way. Gotta be. Saben. Oh, this can't be good. We'll see how badly I do.
I'm ready. Blade, cut through the flames. That's better. Ready to go. Let's dance. That's better. Blades sharp.
Oof.
Blades cut through the flames.
Oh. So much for concentrating.
Nice.
Oof. That was lovely. And of course, no other route. Ah, merde. Oh, of course. Going around does precisely. Yeah.
On me.
Yeah, not currently defenseless.
Blade cut through the flames. On me. Okay. I'm ready. Blade cut through the flames. Okay. Nice. I'm ready.
There we go. At least not bad.
Think I'm close.
Yeah, it looks like it.
This manor's intact. Why does it feel so familiar? I know this place.
Yeah, the manor. I'll just take the rest. Replenish the stuff. But this is about to get crazy. Can't go into the courtyard. Oh, of course. Everything's got to go crazy on me. Don't tell me you ran off ahead and actually cooked me dinner. No. It's the paintress, isn't it?
I knew you'd open the door for her.
Really, Verso? This was your plan?
Yep. Okay, and now we get to talk to this douche.
How many times must you hurt our family?
No, you don't get to lecture me on family.
Why do you refuse to see I am doing this for us? Yet you insist on rushing toward death. You're trying to stop the wrong cycle.
You're doing this for yourself.
Of course. It's easier for you to think that, isn't it? Easier to betray us if I'm the villain.
So move. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
Sorry we're late. We were busy doing a bit of reading. Were you planning on sharing that this man, the man who murdered our team, is your father?
Family is not my favorite topic. Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this.
This is gonna suck.
You
Luna,
forced
careful.
us to this
Let the ink flow.
Yeah.
Let's carve a path.
Okay.
She won't help you this time. I'm not angry, just disappointed.
Chroma's flowing.
What to do?
Lightning, strike!
Man, I'm getting tired. My reaction time's slowing down.
Brace yourselves.
Tearing this family apart.
I'm ready. Blade cut through the blades.
Mm.
Target marked.
Careful, my elf.
I should be fighting by my side.
Ready to
Incoming.
Chroma is flowing.
Damn.
finesse and precision.
Here we go.
Please survive.
Not good.
Lune, watch out. Ready to pack. Me.
Ready to strike.
Damn exhausted. Hi.
Lune, watch out. I'm ready.
Fuck me.
Careful, Verso.
You're outmatched.
Careful, my elf. A storm is coming. So much potential.
On me. Ready to go. On guard. Blade cut through the flames.
Let's carve a path.
Careful, my elf.
Damn.
Please fly. Blade cut through the flames.
Ready to strike. Luna, careful. Let's carve a path.
Ready to pounce.
Hate this man's timing. Come on. Oh, crap.
Bliss and precision.
Let's carve a path.
Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Hey. Don't tell me my stuff got scuffed. Dang it. Yeah, it was stupid it didn't update. Thanks for telling me. Thanks for telling me.
Everyone all right? Lurker?
Oh no. Noko.
Noko's broken.
Oh.
Why don't you accept who you are?
Well, ain't that nuts? Meh. Bit of a joining, I guess.
What is that? Will you tell me your name?
Where did it go? No, 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 no. Alicia. Fuck!
No. Damn. Just the way things go. Thanks, Cat, for pointing that out. I managed to get that changed and fixed. Thank you. Thank you. To where it needed to be.
Glory. Thank you, mon ami.
Care to explain? Your father.
I don't think of him as my father anymore.
Still, why didn't you just tell us?
Because it's private. And it's painful and it's none of your business. I cut ties with him decades ago.
Lying by omission is still lying.
I've told you everything you need to know.
I'd rather make that determination for myself.
I think we can all understand where each other's coming from, right? He hasn't steered us wrong yet. But we're a team now. And we won't get very far if we don't trust each other.
Yeah. You can say that.
Family's complicated.
Just a bit.
Old friend, you've traveled miles, spinning
Poor Nako.
in circles. Your blind eyes on the dial, stripping off.
The stories say that Gestrels reincarnate. Is that true? Can you bring Noko back?
Partially. We can bring Noko back to life.
But he won't be the same.
But not all of Noko will
Yep.
return.
Wouldn't be the same.
It will be a different Noko. The one you knew is gone.
That's
So
harsh.
very sorry, my friend. And all for naught. The Paintress heart was in that manor, and now it's gone. We have no way to access the monolith.
Expedition 58 seemed to think you knew another way.
What?
We found 58 and their journals.
So that's how you... I wasn't hiding it. If that's what you're implying. It's a dead end.
Wait, what are you talking about?
There is someone else who can help us.
Yep. I'm sure. There's always something.
can you make a weapon that can pierce the barrier? Do you need something from the Axons? Do you need their hearts?
Look, to create this weapon, he needs enormous amounts of pure chroma, which is way beyond what we can get from Nevrons. The only source are Axons, yes. But like I said, that's a dead end. It's impossible.
Why? What are Axons?
They're massive creatures living on islands around the monolith. They're much stronger and much more dangerous than Nevrons. I can't die, and I still couldn't take them down.
Yet we found the corpse of one in Old Lumiere, so it's possible.
I don't know how that one died. But I'm telling you, listen to me, please. Our chances of taking them down without you lot dying are close to zero.
Close, but not zero. Death is coming either way. And as expeditioners, if we die fighting.
Wonderful pep talk.
I know.
Of course.
All right, if we're going to fight the Axons, then let's be smart about it.
What do you mean?
I've had a few rough encounters with the Axons. There are 3 located on islands around the monolith, and we need at least 2 hearts to get enough chroma. One lives on a mountain too high for us to reach, so that one's out. We should start with the one to the west of the monolith. It's already been weakened by previous expeditions, right?
Yeah, good idea. Maximize our chances.
Or we embrace the challenge and pick the one in the east.
I like your spirit.
Thank you.
Did you listen to what I just said?
Of course. Yep. And at this point, I figure I'm gonna have to call it a night because, well, unfortunately I work in the morning, and it's how it is, unfortunately. Kinda sucks, but we'll definitely have to see about things. Okay. See if I can get this handled here. And I do apologize for the scuff, I really do. So let's see here, look around at different things. And okay, definitely set off to raid into one of my friends here. So he's of course playing his own game right now and trying to have a decent old time. He tends to be kind of a chill, kind of relax. Let's see here. But hopefully everybody can have a decent night and everything can roll on into the Monday. Unfortunately, some people have to have day jobs, and that's how it goes. But thanks for hanging out, and hopefully everybody has a wonderful night.